Yeah, so Push Pull was the first song that I did for that I wrote for this record and gave to the guys. And this song was a lot like Saturn and Sun. It didn't really have like a bridge outro or anything. It was just more of a kind of a drone, moody kind of keyboard-ish with like a really good trippy disco-y backbeat. And I did the drum programming with it too, and was excited for John again to do the drums and percussion, and Matt to add everything. And you know, we did have some lyric ideas with it, but I thought concept-wise, Push Pull was like added to it with Eric in the studio. He came up with the idea after I was telling him the lyric I did. I came up with Alone With Me and Alone With You. And that is a pretty heavy kind of thing in itself right there, because that whole lyric content was meant for the battle that we have as musicians and artists to do our craft while we have to work in the real world at the same time, do our regular 9-to-5 jobs or whatever, be with the ones we love or our lovers and wives, and you know, find our happiness with it. And that was kind of like really what I was like thinking with it. Like, I'm alone with me, but sometimes I'm alone with me. I want to just create and do that, but then I feel that pulling to being alone with everybody else, or just being alone with you, or being alone just by myself and not having to do anything, whether even art, just trying to relax and breathe, you know. And I told the guys that in the studio when Dan came in town from California, and Eric was like, "Oh, this sounds like almost like a Hall & Oates kind of idea," or something like that. Was like his comment on it. And I knew when he said Hall & Oates that it was okay. And then so we were like listening to the playback on all the machines in the studio, because the song wasn't recorded. You're just hearing the instrumentals, and we were coming up with it, just kind of ciphering, you know, like with it, you know, and the idea of it. And Eric was like, went with it, and I was like, man, take that song and do that. And that's kind of like what we ended up going with it. And Eric added just like a lot of just songs about just like decay of our lives and our past. You know, it's probably a good thing that we're not the same people we were 30 years ago, as far as some of our idealisms and things like that. We end up, hopefully we can evolve beyond that, you know. And I feel like Eric's lyrics kind of like mention some of that, you know, in the song, and that's really important.